Well, actually, the idea was not mine. It was a Netflix idea. I never thought of it.
Okay.
And I got a call from Netflix to ask me whether I would be interested in directing this film. And I was a bit taken aback by the offer because it's a documentary.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've never directed a documentary till now. And but I was very kind of curious about Honey's life and everything that's happened to him, the highs and the lows, and as a filmmaker, I always wanted to make one film in my career about a rock star, and here was the offer. So it was a completely Netflix idea. They got in touch with me. They got in touch with Sikhya. They put everything together, and that's how it happened.
So, like you said, you asked this question, Moses, me, and then this was absolutely the other way around. It is Netflix, Sikhya, Moses. And I think Honey's life is fascinating. It's meant to be a documentary. In a short span of time, he's seen the highest of highs, lowest of lows. It is so colorful, and it is controversy, and anything he touched became gold at one point of time, and then gayab. So you want to know what happened and where is he, and he's so determined. He gained all the weight, then lost the weight, now coming back. We've been on this journey for 3 years, and Moses particularly has a really high, I feel, empathy quotient. Besides being a director who's very good with music, from Zuban to anything, like we've worked together for a decade and a half now. I think Moses is just one particular director who's one of the most hardworking directors that I have ever worked with. And I just think that, he has the capacity to have a conversation with anybody and get the best out of them. Be it in a gurdwara or in a nightclub. Like the most spiritual conversation and the most,
Idiotic.
like simplistic,
Engaging, yeah.
simplistic in 1 minute, but like literally something that you will remember, So I was actually very, very excited for Moses to be on this journey, because I know that Moses and Honey together, Moses will be able to take out the best version of this story, and that is something that we're very proud of. It's a pure, raw, all bare version of a celebrity, and there's definitely nothing like this ever done in India before.
I think Netflix world over has been very integral in the way we've shaped non-fiction content and its viewing. And I think we've tried to carry the same thing forward in India as well. So whether it is, really starting out with building the crime portfolio, to then on the other hand, really, sort of a Kapil Sharma kind of a show, the Great Indian Kapil Show, or Bollywood vibes. I think there's just such different dimensions of the genre that we've been able to build a steady flow of unscripted content in India and, a viewer base for it. So the idea with, this documentary, personality-based documentaries, we just recently launched the Nayanthara Beyond the Fairy Tale documentary as well, is that it is a fan favorite piece. It is a personality who the fans love, and Honey specifically. There are idols who you put on a pedestal and you worship, and then there are idols who you would sort of put your hand on their shoulder and walk with. He is a man of the people. He is, every friend's friend and every girl's boyfriend and brother and various things. So the dimensions in him are so personal to his fan base that we are very excited to really open the doors to that mad fandom. And sometimes what happens is that these stories and this format, specifically slightly verite, but not quite, a little bit follow as well, allows you to literally sort of share the same space with your idol, and really walk their journey. Because sometimes when you see yourself reflected on screen like that, it can mean so many things for the audience. Honey's journey has been, like Guneet rightly said, it's been like up and down and up and down. And it takes a lot of grit. It takes a lot of courage. And I, really kudos to Moses with the intimacy with which he's brought that out. I think when fans look at it and when they sort of experience his journey, we're very curious to sort of see what's the reaction, what's the empathy to him, because it's very nice to sort of read headlines and have an opinion, but this is like walking the journey
very
with him,
close, yeah.
which is what is very exciting. It's different from anything we've done, and they've done an excellent job. This is our 4th partnership with
Yes.
Sikhya.
Absolutely. In fact, you know, especially for documentaries, there's no other better platform worldwide. I think our journey on Elephant Whispers was a beginning of that, and it opened global doors. And now with Honey Singh, a personality like that, with music that transcends generations, you know, we just saw him in the AP Dillon
Oh
concert.
my God.
And Moses was there, and he says like
Historical.
the arena shook like with hysteria, with people like going crazy. And that is the next generation. Like that's 20 years old now. Literally a party doesn't start without Honey Singh. And this is a deep dive on his life. And literally no other better platform to take the story from India to the world.
You know, the first thing is that when you walk into a room with something like that as a filmmaker, and you want to extract information from someone because you're making a film on their life, you have to do a couple of things. Firstly, you have to drop your own ego, right? Because you have to be prepared for the person to say, "I'm not going to tell you." Right? You have to drop your ego, and you cannot have an ego hassle about it. Right? That's the first thing, because you have to understand that he is the star. Right? You as the director are not the star. You're serving this film, and whatever he says is going to happen. Right? So you drop your own sense of ego and whatever, all of that you come from, because every director has some kind of filmmaker ego, right? And then the next thing you have to do after that is you have to build trust. It's really, really important to build trust. It's really, really important to be able to let the person know that you are here to do a job and you are going to do it to the best of your abilities, because that is what you've been hired for, right? But at no time are you going to throw him under the bus. So it's a very fine line that you have to follow, and you have to follow it the whole time. You cannot follow it on certain days. You have to follow it the whole time. You have to even follow it when he's not in the room. When you're sitting with your editor, when you're sitting with your producers and you're making decisions about how do you construct the scene, like how you're going to do it and all that stuff. And if you feel that there is not enough of the other side to show, then you go and shoot that to make sure that it is balanced. Because the point of this film is not... The point of this film is to show a rock star in all his spectrum, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, the colorful, whatever it is. It is not to destroy him. It is not to make him feel small. It is not to also make him feel unnecessarily, inauthentically larger than he is. It's none of those things. It is to tell the truth. So it's a very fine line. And it's a long journey. I mean, I've been on this film for almost 3 years now. And it's been... all of this has taught me a lot about myself. That I actually have it in me to tread the line for so long and to not throw the guy under the bus or to do anything to hurt, because the point is not to hurt people, but the point is to tell your truth. So it's kind of merges and matches at some point.
I don't think there were any checks and balances. It was a deep dive on Honey's life. And in a documentary, you know, which is a follow documentary, there can't be any, like, you know, there's nothing scripted. There's nothing, we'd like to take this journey as it goes. So we've done our research and then we go and ask some questions. Then we meet the family, we meet the friends, we expand our circle of questions. Then we go back on the edit table. We go back and, you know, figure out the counter questions. Ki aisa bhi, waisa bhi. And then you start constructing it. And as you construct, then you go back on shoot. You know, like now Honey's on a tour. He's in Dubai. He's celebrating his birthday. He's in LA on a tour. And then you follow him there. And in those moments, somewhere magic happens. You know, you relive the childhood. You relive a lot of major life stories. So there were no checks and balances, and it was always finding the best version of the story. And I think that is something that was a core thread that binded all of us, you know, and that is something, it's hugely empowering actually. You know, it doesn't come with any rules, you know, not from Netflix, not from us, not for the director, nothing.
Mhm.
You know, it's more like if you're with a personality and you are shooting, you're asking your questions. We would do framework like, okay, what life we would go into, at what time we ask what, you know, like all that. Of course, you spend 5 hours then to get 1 hour of something that you will retain. You know,
Mhm.
it's very time consuming.
Yeah.
It's taken us 3 years. I mean, consumers will see this in 1.5 hours,
Mhm.
but it's 3 years of
Hard work put together.
hard work. And also, you know, he had gained weight. He's, you know, he's dealing with mental health.
Mhm.
You know, he's talking about that. Very, very high level of empathy is
Mhm.
needed to be like, जितना time लगता है अच्छे से बनाओ.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know, so it doesn't come with checks and balances. I mean, this was in all its, you know, and then we had these huge undertaking of the licenses of all the songs. His journey is expanded over every studio possible,
Yeah.
every music studio, every nationally, internationally. You know, so it's a process that goes on. You know, you have to then take out something, take in something, but it didn't really come with any checks and balances. It was, and we enjoy that storytelling, and it's actually telling the truth. It always was, make the best version.
You know, I think a documentary is a very long and very immersive journey.
Mhm.
And I think the only thing, like Moses was saying from a director's point of view, I think from a similar creator's lens also, the only thing is the honesty to the story you're trying to tell and really stringing that through, because unlike fiction where you write and then go in and shoot, here the writing happens on the edit table.
Yeah.
So how much of a guardrail or a, you know, sort of mandate can you put on it also? It's impossible.
Yeah. True.
Also in a format like this where you're just at many levels, this overlaps closely with an op doc, which is very observational of Honey in various situations, how he's behaving. It's so unfiltered, it's so organic and authentic that only he can have the guardrails.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he is the subject of the documentary. He is the person who's actually whose journey we are experiencing. And that's probably the only guardrail that was that the fans should see him in every aspect of his life, his highs, his lows, his weak moments, or Honey as we perceive him, you know, the brazen Honey who's unfiltered.
Yeah.
So there's all shades of him. And that's also because we are very audience backwards as a platform. We do believe that, you know, we're making our stories are being told for our audience. And this is what they want to see. They want to see the various aspects. They've seen him on concerts, they've seen him in interviews, they've seen him in controversies. But have they seen him with his family? How close he is to his sister or his mom? How his family feels about him? How the fans, how he gets stopped on the road even today, really, you know?
Yeah.
And the man on the street is talking to him like he's his buddy and saying that, you know, abhi achhe lag rahe ho, pehle achhe nahi lag. It's amazing,
Yeah,
the charm. So it is I think, a very honest portrayal of Honey and every kind of reaction that he spews. But Moses should talk most to this.